Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. South Carolina, the other Carolina, the Carolina that you currently live in, the
Carolinas and
Gamecocks.
the Carolinas are in the center of the basketball universe.
They are the center of the basketball universe, and T.O. is the center of the Carolinas. Oh man, they go on the road. They go into Knoxville. They go into good old Rocky Top, and they pick up a win against the Vols, despite the fact that Dalton Knecht went for 31. And he is on another planet right now. He's averaging 28.4 points in SEC
He's
play,
awesome.
which is like stupid. The SEC is the best conference in college, or one of the best conferences in college basketball. And this dude's averaging 28.4 points per game in the SEC. What are we even talking about here?
He's a slippery version of Matt Harpring.
Okay. I'm just
You
trying
remember Matt
to.
Harpring?
No, I do. I remember his game too. I'm just trying to process what you just
Well, they're about the same size. Harpring was bigger, like more physical. That was back in the creatine age. Like, you know what I mean? Like they were huge, but like he's much better off the bounce. But like
he's a slippery Matt Harpring. It might be like my favorite TO comparison of all
he's a
time.
slippery Matt Harpring.
You
Like
guys
he
don't
shoots the
understand
ball
like
really well. He
TO and
plays tough as shit. Yeah.
TO and group chats has lots of like off the wall comparisons where you're like, I don't know if this is a crazy comparison, but enter crazy comparison. Like that might be the funniest one you've ever had. He's a slippery Matt Harpring.
He's a slippery Matt Harpring. He's going to play in the NBA a long time.
Mhm.
Dalton Knecht this. He's a special player, and I think it's such a cool thing where I think he was like 5'11" or something, and then shot up to 6'6" or whatever he is now.
He was five.
And he's
I
just
talked to him about this. I want to say he was 5'4" in eighth grade. I'm trying to remember the 5'11" as a junior. Sprouted up, got a JUCO scholarship coming out of JUCO. The only places that really went after him were, I think it was Drake and Northern Colorado. I'm sorry if I got that one wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Drake and Northern Colorado, and he was from Denver. He's like, I'm just going to stay home, and goes there. His junior year, he only averaged like 8.5 points. Like it wasn't like he walked into Division I basketball and changed the game. Averaged 8.5 points as a junior, averaged 21 as a senior, and then he goes to the SEC, and he's even better in the SEC than he was playing in the Big West. Like that doesn't happen.
late bloomer.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so, Tio. But let's talk about South Carolina. Let's talk about the Gamecocks.
They're
Teflon
for real.
Teflon Cooper, Teflon Cooper, Teflon Cooper, Talon Cooper. I call him Teflon Cooper because he is indestructible.
Bentley won't shut up about him.
David Bentley is my god.
David Bentley will not shut up about.
We get it. We get it, Bentley.
We get it, dude. You coached him. We get it.
Yeah, congratulations. Good for you. You've reached Goodman and Charleston levels of we know, Bentley. We know.
That's exactly where we're at with Bentley and Talon Cooper. We get it, bro. We get it. That's where we're at. Hey, man, South Carolina's good. God, really rank good. Them. Shit, rank them. I mean, they've gotten smacked once all year. What are they, 18-3? Yeah, 18-3. They've gotten smacked once at Alabama, and Alabama was reeling and needed one. They get lost at home to Georgia. Georgia's better this year. Not great, but better. And then, like, here we go. Non-conference strength of schedule. Like, they were able to play Virginia Tech. Grand Canyon's at 62. Like, better. It's fine. Their non-conference wasn't great. That all being said, it's a team that they play really slow. So they're almost in that Virginia area as far as pace is concerned. And what happens is it narrows that margin to where, like, if you're not quite as talented as a Tennessee or as a Kentucky, you're able to slow it down to a crawl. And because of that, you're going to play within 2 or 3 possessions the whole game, as opposed to if you try to play faster, that game can slip away from you and it's 10 to 15 points quickly.
You know what it is? You know what it is more than anything with teams that play at that pace? It takes you out of your rhythm. Like, it's just such a pain in the ass when you want to kind of get up and down the floor and you're trying to get easy buckets and you're trying to play like this fun, beautiful, free-flowing style of basketball where you just got this team that is walking it up and they don't start their offense till there's 18 seconds left on the clock and they don't get a shot up until there's 3 seconds left.
And you're running through 6 screens. Like,
yeah,
that was the worst sometimes. Like, it was hard to play against faster teams like North Carolina when they were like great in 7-08, 08-09. Like, it was hard to play against them, sure. But the game was, when it slowed down to a crawl, I remember we played Villanova in the first round of the NCAA tournament. It was Scotty Reynolds and
Mhm.
It was Antonio Pena and was it
You won that
Dante
game as a 12
Cunningham?
seed, right?
It was a 5-12, and they just slipped in the tournament. And I remember, like, it wasn't like that to where like they're setting flex screens and shit, but everything hurt and everything slowed down. So it was really hard to kind of get into a rhythm. And we were much more of a free flowing, moving, motion offense kind of team. And then they just basically slowed it down and beat us up with their big dudes. And that's hard. Like that's a really hard thing to kind of combat, especially when you rely on rhythm.
Yep. And South Carolina is reaping the rewards of that right now. And it's not just like, look, Lamont is a hell of a coach, man.
Great coach, national coach of the year right now.
Yeah, he's right there in that conversation. I think he is.
He's got my vote.
There's a lot of guys that have done a really good job in the SEC. I think you got to put him at the top of the SEC list. You know what? Here's what I'll ask you. Like Michie Johnson, Taylor, like they've been really, really good.
Michie Johnson's good.
Yeah,
like he was at Ohio State. It was like it was like he never got a chance to flourish. I think last year with Gigi Jackson was a disaster. And this year he got a bunch of guys, Lamont got a bunch of guys that are tough, hard-nosed dudes that are going to sit down and guard and completely buy in. Last year he didn't have buy-in. Gigi he knew from the word scrimmage at the beginning of the season that he was trying to go in the lottery. And because he was so bad there, he wasn't a lottery pick. And he was, quite frankly, for all intents and purposes, was very selfish when he was there. So like, because he didn't buy in, they struggled. And then now they got Michie Johnson, who's been there a while. He's Ohio State transfer who's been awesome. BJ Mack just knows how to play. He was on some really good Wofford teams. Colin Murray Boyles, he's starting late. That dude's got some Trevor Booker in him. I saw that kid play in high school, 6'7", 231 right now. He's going to put on a little more weight. He's explosive. Jacoby Wright has stuck around. Miles Studi has been a nice pickup from Vanderbilt, who shot the ball well, right at 41%. And Talon Cooper is a dude. Like, they're strong, they're physical, they play with an edge, and they play within themselves. And if you play within yourself, Lamont's going to put you in spots to be successful. Like, really, really a fun team to watch. Their only three losses aren't terrible: Clemson, Alabama, Georgia.
Yep. I think
two of those being away.
Yeah, it was big for them getting Kentucky and winning at Tennessee, right? Like, I think that they looked good on paper, and you could talk yourself into them before that, and now they actually have the wins to back it because they smacked Kentucky. And I think that was a bad matchup for Kentucky, and that was the tough environment they played in.
Hey, and if Dalton Knecht doesn't have 12 in like the last 40 seconds, they smacked Tennessee in Knoxville.
Mm-hmm.
Like that game was controlled by South Carolina.
Yep. Coming up, their next three games at Georgia, Ole Miss at home, Vanderbilt at home. We could be looking at a situation where they are going on the road to Auburn, sitting at 9-2. Here's the crazy thing, Tio. They play at Auburn on Valentine's Day. They get Tennessee at home on March 6th, and that is it for games against the top four in the
They could win a regular season.
There is a very real chance if they take care of business at Georgia, Ole Miss at home, Vanderbilt at home, LSU at home, at Ole Miss, at Texas A&M, Florida at home, at Mississippi State, right? You take care of business against those. Even if you drop one of them and you lose at Auburn and lose to Tennessee at home, you're sitting there at 15-5 of the SEC, and 15-5 in the SEC might win the SEC this season. It's crazy to think about that. They could do
Columbia, light Columbia on fire. And here's the crazy part: they'll win the league, and the day that they win the league, the South Carolina radio stations will be talking about offensive linemen.
That's
the hard part about South Carolina and why they'll never be as good as what you think.
Accurate. But look, I'm going to give them credit.
One thing. Hey, thanks for reminding me. I just wrote down. I had my notes with the strength of schedule stuff. I also wrote down Valentine's Day because I had no idea what day that was. I had no idea. So make sure you write down Valentine's Day for those listening.
Last night you made very obvious that you thought it was like January 11th.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I dude, this season it's been insane. Since October, I'm averaging like 15 games a month.
Yeah,
between Hornets and college stuff, it's crazy, and I have to be there. I'm not doing anything remote. I'm there.
Yeah, it's a lot. We have a lot of travel coming up as well. March is. I have no idea how.
Have you announced what we're doing?
Not yet.
I'm so excited that I get to be a part. I thought I wasn't going to be able to be a part of any of it. I'll be there. Mm-hmm. You don't know where I'll be, DTF Nation. You don't know where I'll be, but I'll be there.
DTF Nation.
Call me what you want. Don't call me that.
You know, it's funny. It's the The only thing bigger than DTF Nation right now is the Swifties, right? It goes Taylor Swift, the Swifties, and then DTF Nation right there below.
Hey, we're making a hard charge. We're making a hard charge for second.
We're good. As you guys know by now, we've partnered with BetMGM this season. We'll be using BetMGM lines to make all of our picks, and we'll have special offers for the listeners and the viewers of the Field of 68 each and every week of the college basketball season. We have a special offer that will be available starting on Tuesday, January 9th and running through Monday, February 12th, the morning after Super Bowl 58. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, in honor of the big game, you can use the bonus code FIELD158 and you'll get $158 in free bets on your first wager with BetMGM, regardless of whether or not you win that first bet. Here's how you make it work. Download the BetMGM app. Sign up using the bonus code FIELD158. Deposit at least $5 and place your first wager on any game. You'll receive $158 in bonus bets regardless of the outcome of your bet. Just make sure that you use that bonus code FIELD158 when you sign up. And remember, BetMGM is now available under one wallet in select states. As a New Jersey resident, this is super convenient when I have to go cover games in New York or Philly, which happens quite a bit. When you cross state borders, you just log into your existing account and fire away. You don't have to create separate accounts in each state. It's easy, it's simple, it's clean. And most importantly, we have some fun stuff coming up for the heart of the college basketball season. Bet insurance tokens, college hoops odd boosts, and my favorite, a nice juicy parlay boost. So download the BetMGM app and sign up today. Field 158. Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field 68 content.